Trading Market Technicals morning call video for Friday, May 17th. Markets did pull back yesterday, and that's due to weaker than expected economic data. We had we had initial jobless claims, which were worse than expected. Housing numbers that came out, which were worse than expected, actually. 5-year lows. That's interesting to see that we hit a 5-year low on those numbers. And then we had Philly Fed, which was the first data for May, which was also worse than expected. And nonetheless, the markets actually still rallied on that news briefly, and then the markets ended up pulling back towards the end of the day. We had Dow down 42, gold down 8, S&P down 8, and NASDAQ down 5. So where do we go from here? Well, we did say that an options expiration week is generally bullish, and sure enough, we see that, right? All week long, we've been grinding higher. And today, even if we pull back a little bit, I wouldn't read too much into it, especially on a Friday, getting into the summer, starting, getting into the end of May. I wouldn't see too much activity today. Now, obviously, things could change, but I just don't see the markets really selling off in a big way. We were actually down 42 in a down. We were up as much as, I think, 20, 30 points. So this market is in a tremendous bull trend higher, and we want to make sure that we stick with the trend. And it's very difficult, because when you're trading, especially when you're trading intraday, and these stocks just gap up and then stay where they are in their respected ranges for the day, there's really not much volatility to trade off of. So you just got to be patient. The time will tell where this market is headed, and until price starts to move lower, making lower lows and lower highs, breaking key pivotal support areas, you do not want to be fighting this market. That's for sure. Take a step back. Look for the best setups, and if they're not there, then just call it a day and start the next day outright, because you don't want to be pushing it. It's not the right time to be pushing it, because there is no volatility, and if you lose money, it's very hard to make that money back during the day. All right, now, going to be a real slow video, guys, because there's not much really to tell you. Nothing really has changed materially in the charts. I want to talk about gold. We had a great call in gold from the beginning of the week. I would be out of gold now, only because the markets hit this real cluster of support area here. You have a little bit of that 1380, 1355. I do think gold goes down to 1300 and test that. But I do think you'll probably get a retracement back up to this candle, half of this candle. So if you are in gold, tighten your stops or look to get out of gold today. I would definitely be looking to sell gold at higher levels, at the 1420 area, 1400, if we could even get up to that area. But definitely gold is in a really serious downtrend, and any rallies in gold should be shorted at the moment. All right, so let's get into the charts. And as you can see here, guys, really a ho-hum day. Nothing really happened here. We are in a serious uptrend. And if you look at this way this market's been headed, you don't want to be fighting this trend here. That's for sure. And any movement back down below, I want to see it break this downtrend channel in the spiders. That's really, and we want to break that 8. As you can see, we've been hugging the 8-day moving average for quite some time, and we really need to at least pull back to the 160 area for us to even start looking to buy pullbacks. Remember, buyers of dips will keep buying until it hurts, right? So when that happens, the first pullback that they buy, I wouldn't be looking to buy the market on any little pullback, 2-3%. It really has to be a deeper correction for me to be looking to buy the market, to really get involved actively long in swing trading this market, because we need a deeper correction, and that could happen at any given time. And I don't know when, but you want to be prepared for that. Okay, so we have the spiders. Here's a 30-minute spiders, guys. As you can see here, we literally did nothing on this gap up. We just slowly grinded higher. Day trader's nightmare. And as you can see here, we just literally, we popped up and we popped back down again, and now we just kind of ended up down at the S1 area here. So really quiet in the last 8-9 days. Actually, all of May has not been anything great to really start to trade with. All right, and then we have the IWMs. We had a doji in the IWMs. As you can see, this index is the weaker of the 5 that we'd follow. But again, nonetheless, it is breaking higher, and it's nothing to be shorted. This is not a short in any stretch. But if the markets do pull back and they start to really sell off, look for the IWMs to be the weakest of the bunch, and the IYTs. And to be honest, the transports don't look that great either. But we are so overextended. I'm not even showing you the indicators because they are over the top. overbought, and nothing really changed from yesterday, so I'm not going to waste anybody's time. But I just wanted to go through the indexes to show you how they're hugging the 8-day moving average, 20 days down here at this area. So a pullback to at least this area would be refreshing to start entering some new long position, at least starting to try to buy some longs, but not at these levels. Definitely not at these levels. Here's the diamonds, as you can see, really same thing. Overboard here, MACD stochastics, and then we had a little bit of a pause. And yesterday's price action, there's nothing wrong with yesterday's price action other than really a bullish price action holding in these areas. We had an inside day from the previous day. It's really all it is. And the banks took a little breather as well. As you can see here, I mentioned that downtrend line that we broke out. We have this bullish symmetry now that we're back into bull flag and probably pause, bull flag, probably pausing again. So, again, nothing wrong with it at all. We do have a gravestone doji, but again, we're in this area here. We do have an inside day from the previous day, so we'll see. We'll see what happens today. I don't think any type of any corrective selling, if any, would happen until at least next week. Okay, I don't think today's going to be the day for that. And here is the Goldman Sachs. I want to show you that. As you can see, I'm sorry, not Goldman, XLF. Inside day from the previous day. So the banks took a breather yesterday, and obviously taking a breather and pausing at these upper areas is bullish. Then we have Apple. Apple held it to the penny. This neckline that I mentioned yesterday morning, I said Apple needs to hold, otherwise it's going to break lower. Sure enough, it did hold. And don't forget, we have options expiration. Apple is definitely a big options player stock. So anything today, yesterday, I wouldn't really, even the last couple of days actually, I wouldn't even get too crazy about it. Really, if you want to start establishing any type of positions, wait till next week. Today's going to just be a day where Apple's going to chop around and look to pin at a certain strike price. And then, of course, we have lastly is the Qs, and we had a little bit of pause in the Qs as well. So, in a nutshell, guys, today I don't think much is going to happen. I think it's going to be more active for the option players. If you are playing some gappers or you're looking for some volatility, look to make your money early in the morning and call it a day around 11:30 because this market is really not going to do much today, I would suspect. As on Fridays, they are usually very quiet after 11:30, 12 o'clock, and then maybe the last half hour of the day, you get a little bit of market movement. But other than that, guys, it's going to be really quiet today. And get your week ready for next week. Start doing your research and start getting your week in order. And that's going to be that's really what I'm going to be looking to do today. But we'll see. Let's take a look, and hopefully we get a little bit of volatility and we get some trades off. Have a great day. Enjoy the weekend, and we will talk to you on Monday.